right now. I'm joined by Carl Mueller.
Good to see you, Eric. How are you, man?
I'm like lost right there. There we go. We're feeling it. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, don't give us too much just yet. I want to talk to you. I want to hear you first.
Okay.
I want to learn about who is Carl Mueller.
Well, here I am standing in front of you. Just a friend of yours, a local Vail person that's been dabbling with instruments over the years.
What do you do when you're not dabbling?
I'm a draftsman with my brother Mark, who's a structural engineer in town, and so that's how I make a living. And I have two wonderful kids and a lovely wife, and busy being a family man just like you.
I understand that.
Yeah, it's a good thing, isn't it?
It's a great thing.
Oh, man.
So being a draftsman, being a father, does that play into being a music maker?
Well, it makes it difficult because it's hard to get the time in there. But the drafting and the technical aspect of engineering has been helpful. I've been using physics to try to tune these instruments of late, and then I've also used my CAD system to try to draw them up precisely and get an idea of, what kind of problems I'm going to have maybe when I'm building the instrument. So
people are seeing Rhythms from the Heart come up. That's the name of the company.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And why that? Why the choice?
Well, it was just something from the heart. When you do something you love to do, that's where it comes from, and that's where I am with this. We all try to pursue those kinds of ethereal things, right?
I do. Yeah.
It's all about the soul, man. It's about the spirit, where we're going, making the world a better place.
I like that.
Yeah.
Tell me about the first instrument you ever made.
Well, let's see.
And we've got pictures that people will be able to see here.
Sure. Well, the wind, I think, is one of the most pivotal ones, and I think I sent you some pictures of there. It's a big U-shaped piece that was a cedar kind of a log that I really enjoyed the shape, and actually that's one of the first ones too. That one was made out of cottonwood. There's the hawk. That's a cedar.
Is that
piece.
what we call the guy in the mustache, or we call the instrument?
Right.
The hawk.
The hawk. Yeah.
All right.
I had seen a lot of, and there's the winds case right there. So that's the big one that kind of got me going. And
I remember this one.
Yeah, the Whaler. I played with Purple Shag, a local band, and with you in church a couple of times.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
So tell me, where do you get the wood? Where does this come from? Because the Whaler, I know, that's a found piece of wood, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, that was a found piece of wood, and so the cedar and the juniper kind of gave me an idea of direction of shapes and forms. And since then, I've been researching a little bit more, and I found a local wood that's conducive to sound. It's called a tone wood, and so that's what I've made this one out of. And it's got some interesting sounds to it. The real nice low end, and even high ends too.
This is very cool. I love hearing it. Tell me a little bit about this one as we're looking at it right now. People want to know, how's that doing that?
Yeah, well, this one's called the Element, and what this is a kind of a trial error. I just took some of the wood I had and I quickly put one together, and it actually turned out quite nice. And now what I've got in there is a Barkus berry piezo transducer, and it's got a little crystalline substance in it.
Are you speaking English right now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's a technical lingo, right? So yeah, it's a piezo transducer, which is a little crystal inside of there, and when it's moved by all the pieces itself, it actually transmits a little signal through the cord, and so it's kind of spectacular because it actually reads the sound waves going through the piano. The main board through the piano. That's what it was designed for. Yeah. I'm kind of doing a little twist on it and getting the vibrations off of this, which is an open-ended idiophone, is what they call it. It's a technical term for what this instrument is kind of.
I've been called that before, an idiophone. Well.
Yeah, right. Both of us. Together, probably.
Yes,
yeah.
I think so. Maybe right now by viewers. But let's hear just a little bit about some of the different sounds that we can get. That's the low-end sound you're talking about.
That's a low-end sound, and then I have some high-end sounds as well.
And some heavy thumping right here too.
Actually, this is kind of the main body of the piece, so there's not a lot of sound in there. All the really deep waves and what have you come from the pieces that actually free end vibrate. And then I have a kind of a bass sound back here with the main. I call it the I guess the neck. It's kind of like a guitar. It has a neck piece, and that gives me a bass sound if I tap it while I'm strumming the other ones. So it's kind of a new instrument. I'm still working on technique and how to play it, and I need probably some input from some other people.
All right, well, that's what we're here to do, And you've got another one over here. Talk to me about this briefly. We've only got a minute left, but what is this piece?
This one's my most recent one. This one's called the Vibe, and it's a larger instrument. I went for a deeper low end. I went for I don't know if you got a shot of it or not, but it's going all the way from our lowest frequency that we hear, which is an an
I want
E.
to bring it in so we can actually see what we're talking about.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you don't mind me picking it up. And
Not at all.
bringing it on in. This is the vibe right here.
Yeah, this is the vibe. And so this one's got a really low frequency. The E0, what they call it, is the lowest frequency kind of that we hear. It's about 20 hertz.
20.
And then we go all the way up to an E3. So I've actually got 3 octaves in this piece, and it's really got a low end. I blew the speaker in my amp.
What number instrument is this in your creative span?
Oh, how many have I made?
Yeah.
Many.
Many?
Many. I suppose I've probably be up to 10, 15 different interpretations of this kind of a thought.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of skin drums and those things as well. All of it's been a learning experience, you know, like we were just talking about. Every time I make a new one, it kind of changes the direction a little bit and refines the idea.
I like that. I'm enjoying the people walking along right now, and you can't see this on camera, but there's people who come up, and the eyes that they're saying is, what the heck is that? What the heck is he playing? You get that a lot?
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you've played with me before. What the heck am I playing?
Yeah, what is that thing?
What is that? Yeah, the log or a piece of wood or whatever else. And yeah, it is. It's an idiophone that's made out of wood, and it creates a sound because of its actual movement of the material and the sound of the speed of sound through the material, I find. So it differs. If it was steel, it'd be one kind of a sound. If it was wood, it's another sound. Different kinds of wood have a different tone as well.
And you're still experimenting. Do you think you'll ever create the perfect instrument?
I'm heading that way. I'm feeling better about these.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm heading the right direction. I got a few little more things to tweak on it yet,
Okay.
and then I think I'm going to have something hopefully that's marketable. So
Carl Mueller is an instrument maker, he's a draftsman, he's a father, and a Renaissance man for sure. He's playing an instrument called the Vibe right now, and the company is Rhythms from the Heart, so rfthinc Incorporated.com if you want more information on that. You're seeing that right there on the bottom of your screen.
I make my own peace. I am my own man. I am my own boss. I make my own plans.